Hello, my dear and valuable friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tetelik, and today we're going to discuss a very important topic about intimacy, about physical intimacy between men and a woman. Before we start, I just wanted to remind you that you can always book one-to-one consultations with me, or do my courses, or read my book, or buy any other products that I sell. And as always, thank you so much for everybody who donates. All details are below. So let's start. Intimacy between man and woman is a completely natural part of relationship between man and woman. So we don't condemn that in any way, we don't judge, and we don't have this weird attitude towards that. In this video is not about judging. In this video, we will try to understand how intimacy was originally created, how was men and women dealing with it in the beginning, and what was the purpose of it, and when you should be intimate with somebody. Number one, why you should not be physically intimate, nor on a first date. That's out of question. Why you shouldn't be intimate with a man who is not your man, who you don't have a relationship with, and you're not committed to have a relationship that leads to marriage, is that intimacy always needs to be deserved. Physical intimacy with a woman always has to be deserved. That is not for free, and that is not cheap. It's actually opposite. That's the most expensive thing in the world. And a lot of women nowadays, they can sell that first time that they will have with a man and become a millionaire. So that is very, very expensive. I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but clearly, if there is a trend that shows something, that it's very valuable, that men are ready to pay millions to get it, that means that's expensive. That is way expensive than a car, or a house, or a yacht, or anything else. If you are a woman and you have a specific women body and a specific women part that men are after, that means you have something incredibly valuable, incredibly luxurious, incredibly expensive. So my question is, why are you giving up for free to a person who doesn't know you, who doesn't care about you, who never took you out properly, who never bought you anything, who barely texts you, and his texts are short? Instead of writing the whole word, he's just writing one word that represents the word, and you are fine with that. A man who doesn't really call you, or calls and then after 2 seconds say, okay, I have to go. A man who is trying to avoid you, or is proposing only to be friends with benefit. I mean, what is the benefit in that? I don't understand really. Benefits usually are money. Benefit is some kind of a bonus that you can use to benefit your life. So what type of benefit are we talking about? The only benefit is for men in that case. Woman is not gaining anything, just losing herself. So let's talk about this big trend of women considering to give it up for free incredibly easily on a first date. Like, if you look at me, do you think you can come to me with that kind of proposal and you will get anything from me? Clearly not. And it's very easy to tell. This is an exclusive limited edition. You are not getting it. And it's not a shop you can just walk in and get it whenever you want. This is, you need to make an appointment to come in. And you need to become that type of woman who understands that intimate relationship with a man has to be deserved. Has to be deserved by him. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You know, women very often don't understand that there's a very big difference between man and a woman. A woman can literally just stand 5 or 10 minutes alone, dressed beautifully in a street, and men will approach her because they just hunt. Women can take off her clothes and it will turn men on. It is that easy. Men think about physical intimacy very many times during the day. We women, we are not wired like that. And we are not supposed to be wired like that. Because if men and women do that in the same way, we will never have marriages, we will never have commitments, we will be just animals. And men have that animalistic part of them, it's wired in them, so they can spread their genes. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't judge men because it's their nature. But we also understand that we women are created completely different, and we are created by God to be different. So we can nurture, so we can have children, so we can build houses with families, so we can be in comfort of our house, we can be taken care of. So woman actually holds the standards for the physical intimacy. Now listen to this very carefully. You as a woman, you hold the standards for a physical intimacy. You hold the power. As I always say, you are the power. So let's think about this a bit more. Like our grandmothers, for example, never had this problem that somebody was asking them to sleep with them on a first date. There's always an exception, but I am sure they didn't have this problem because in the society back then, it was a norm that man needs to court a woman, needs to take care of her. He needs to show specific plans. He needs to give her engagement ring to show this is my woman. And only then after the marriage, if it was a normal family, traditional family, then they would be physically intimate. Woman doesn't have to be physically intimate to be good at it. You need to understand that. You don't need to practice that to be good at it. When you get married with a man who loves you, you will naturally be good at it. You don't need to have brains to be good at that. That is very easy. It's like holding hands. As more a woman is practicing, as less sensitive she becomes more numb. And that's why it was always a big virtue for a woman to be virgin. That was always a virtue. And even now, if you think that that is not a virtue, it's still a virtue. And if you're young, you are 16, 18, and 20, and you don't have a relationship, and your friends are pressuring you to do that just so you can be cool, I will tell you right now, that is not cool. Leave those friends. They're not a good influence. You know what is really great? If you can hold yourself, if you can save yourself, at least until you meet the person who you are in relationship with and who actually loves you and who you got to know. Not for 1-2 dates. And women are desperate asking, shall I do on a first date, second date, third date? I say, why? Where do you get this thought? They said, but because then if I don't do it, he'll go and do it with another one. And I say, open the door for him to go. Open the door for him to go. There will always be cheap women. No matter how many channels are open, no matter how many type of classy women are there like me who are making videos, no matter how many movies show the right way, no matter how many beautiful books are there teaching to be having a virtuous lifestyle and have your dignity, no matter what we do, there will always be cheap women. Always were, always will be. As we know, women sleeping with men for money, that's the oldest occupation in the world. So we are not going to stop it. All I want to do is to narrow that count of women. All I want to do is help women to not go in that category. And you thinking to be intimate with a man on a first, second, or third date equals you to those women. Only you are a little lower than them. You say, how can I be lower than them? The reason is that at least they get paid. At least they get some benefit from it. You don't get any benefit. As I told you, you lose yourself, you lose your dignity, and most of all, you lose your self-respect. So intimacy with you always has to be deserved. He needs to invest so much in you that there is no turning back for him. Then you can consider, I'm not saying do it, consider thinking about it. And ideally, of course, I would like for people to not rush into anything. I would like them to stay, get to know each other, court. A man needs to court a woman and commit her, have actually real intentions, introduce to his parents and family, have engagement. Then okay, there is hope. I can at least do it. Because at least if you do it, then you had all this investment in you, thousands and thousands spent on you. A house that he got, a car that he bought for you, places he took, family that he introduced, a ring that he bought. At least there is a point. But if it's a first date or first week or after 2 weeks, no. Cars that are made from plastic require more commitment from the men than women. Let's just think how crazy and insane that is. Cars require more commitment, more investment, more than a woman. That's great. They take you out for like a little food, or even worse, sometimes they don't take you out for a food. They just take you out for a bean juice, so-called coffee, or some cheap drink just to get you more drunk, so you're more loose, and you give it up. So I don't understand how. Where is a blick in your, there's like something happened in your mind that you lost it. You lost your dignity, you lost your values, you lost your, worth. Where was this moment that you start thinking that it's okay for you to be physical with a man on a first date? When was this started? When did you start thinking that one night stands are normal? That's the horrible thing to have in your life, that you don't know the person's surname, you don't know what kind of sicknesses, illnesses he got, and you agree to be physically intimate. Physical intimacy always needs to be deserved. Always needs to be deserved. There must be so much invested in you before you even consider the thought of it. Nowadays, women give themselves on a first date to a man, and the men are saying no, it's okay, but she's like no, I'm happy, I want to do it. So I want to ask you as a woman how desperate you need to be, how kind of not interesting life you need to live, what kind of no values you should have to go in that category. And I'm going to touch in this video on many aspects, so just to stay focused, stay alert, because this will help you to see men in a very different light and understand that wanting to be physically intimate with you very quickly shows only two things. First of all, lack of interest in you, because man, if he's truly interested, he will never bring up that subject up very quickly. And second of all, dislike. You'll say, what dislike? He wants me, he desires me. No. A man who wants to be physically intimate with you without getting to know you shows I'm not considering anything serious with you. I'm not interested in you like that. I'm not looking for a relationship with you. So, because I'm a man and I have my natural needs, can you please give? Okay. So you need to really think about it. What is happening in here? A man who is talking about physical intimacy with you is clearly saying to your face, I'm not interested in you, and I dislike you. I'm not looking for any relationship with you. You need to really think what these words are talking to you. So it has to be deserved. I want you to look through the whole generations before our generation and understand that physical intimacy was never for free. It was always really taken care of and protected before it was given. And it always needed to be deserved. Now, the second point in this, why you should not be intimate with the strangers, how one night stands, or be intimate with a man that you barely know, very short time, is because you need to avoid false empowerment. Avoiding false empowerment, I will explain. In a modern society, we have this huge trend that women need to be empowered. Just do you, girl. Do whatever you want. Wear whatever you want. Be as a beast as you want. Be as ugly as you want. Wear slippers wherever you want. Wear what you want. Show your body. Be naked. And we are calling that empowerment. That is lack of self-respect, low self-esteem, and a lack of confidence. That is looking for validation, trying to be accepted, and seeking to be approved. Everything I've named is negative. Empowerment nowadays, I see it as something negative, because what are you trying to empower me with? I am a power myself. I'm a woman. I create life. You understand what kind of power I have? I create life. And I can create life several times if I want. So what kind of empowerment are we talking about? That is a false programming. That is a false advertising. That is lying to your face that you are not powerful enough, that you need to become like a man, you need to start working, earning, building with him, and giving up for free, then you will have power. No, thank you so much, sir. I'm not doing it. That is not a power. That is when I lose power, and men know that. Men know that. That's why they have created this trend. So stay away, run away, avoid false empowerment. And then you have these women who say, but I have needs. But we women also have needs. I have needs. What needs are you talking about? You know what type of needs I have? Okay, I will tell you now. Listen very carefully. Take your notebook or a notepad. Write down. You know what my needs are? I will tell you, sir, what my needs are. My needs are, I want to be in a house that is warm, so I'm protected, where is electricity. I want food in the fridge. That is my need. Otherwise, I will die if I don't eat. I want the water, so I have pure, clean water. I want my house to be in a safe area. That is my need. So I feel safe if I come out from the house and I want to go to the shop, that nobody will rob me or come and stop me or kill me. I want to be in a safe area. Okay, my need is to have a car, so give me the car so I'm safe, so I don't need to struggle in public transport where I look like a queen and everybody look like alcoholic, homeless, dirty, smells bad, is ugly, is shouting, is screaming, is being disrespectful. So I can avoid that type of low-class people, so I don't need to be in a public transport. Take care of me that way. You know what other my needs are? That I don't need to work, so take care of my bills. I don't need to wake up 7 o'clock in the morning, spend 1 hour there, 1 hour back, spend 2 hours of my life trying to please somebody who is screaming at me, who is belittling me and bullying me at work because you don't have it together. Oh, I'm not done yet. What are my needs? I will tell you what my needs are. My needs are so I can sleep enough. Because for the last 5-6 years, I have not been sleeping enough. I don't sleep. I don't know what normal sleep is because I have to work. I have to serve somebody because my man doesn't have it together. You know what my needs are? That I want to eat healthy. I don't want to have takeaways every day. I want somebody to cook for me or bring a good meal to my house or have food at home. So whenever I open the fridge, I know I'm safe. I have my food. You know what other my needs are? That somebody takes care of me and takes me out and spoils me, takes me to shopping. You know what my other needs are? That I have money given to me because I exist. Because I'm your woman. That is my need. Give me the money that I deserve so I can go and take care of my nails. You know what my needs are? My nails to be done. You know what my other needs are? My eyebrows to be done, my makeup to be done, my hair to be cut fresh so I feel like a goddess. You know what my other needs are? Jewelry. I love dresses. My needs, my high heels, my bags, my trips. My needs, want to have a children in the wedding log. I want to be married. My need is a ring. My need is a real diamond that is secured. My needs, these are my needs. Oh, we all have needs. I will tell you my needs. I want to be taken care of. My need is so I can trust you. My need is that I can rely on you, that you have got my back. You will protect me, provide for me. These all are my needs. So for a woman sit there and lie to herself And for you to sit there and lie to yourself and say, oh, we women have needs. I just described you what needs you should have. If all those needs are not met, I am not sleeping with you. We have nothing to talk about. You don't want to give me basic needs of a woman. Protecting, providing me, you don't want to give it to me. But you're ready for physical intimacy. Oh, very nice. A great plan. This is a great plan you have. I mean, that is so easy, isn't it? And you know, so many women agree to that for this false contract. That, oh, but I have needs. I will tell you, my dear girl, physical need is not your real need. Your need as a woman is to be in a healthy, committed relationship that you are taking care of. Because every time when you have physical intimacy with a man, you get attached and you get to love him, and he doesn't. So really, really understand that you should learn to avoid this false empowerment and actually take care of your real needs. And when everything is covered, when I'm in comfort of my house, there's food in my belly, there's warmth in my house, electricity is there, water is running, and I took a lovely bath with a rose leaves that my man bought me, and expensive candles that actually smell, then you can get what you want because you deserved it. So try to really understand what is happening nowadays and try to not be in that circle of just following the trend. Physical intimacy is not a trend, it's a big commitment, and you need to ask the relevant investment before you give it up. And the third one, my final one, is start dating with a purpose. I know that people say, oh, you need to just have fun and all this. To be honest, I have not really met people who are having fun and are really happy. They're quite devastated, to be honest. They don't admit it because it hurts and they don't want to admit that it hurts. They just lie to themselves. And these people who are having fun, they don't really look fun. They look desperate to me and quite lost. And quite opposite, people who are in committed relationship come out from the same house because they live together, because they have children together, because they go inside the same car. They look way happier to me than these people who have fun with people that they will never meet or talk again. That is very sad. That is not fun. I don't know who made this word that let's have fun is something good, because that is nothing fun in there. It's only devastating. You know, it's devastating how self-esteem of a woman can just crush, and then you don't think that you deserve a good man because you feel guilty and ashamed of exposing your body to so many countless men. And you might feel that you want to cry because you feel that everything you gave and your body that you gave it up so easily, so quickly to so many men, you will think that it helped you, but actually it harmed you. So it's time for you to really start dating with a purpose. When you go on a date, consider explaining yourself to the right man that, you know, I'm looking for a courtship. A man who will actually get to know me, take me places, inspire me, invest in me, and impress me. And if you see a man is pressuring you for intimacy, you clearly say, that's not what I'm looking for. If you would like to hang around and get to know me, I'm more than happy to do that. But if you're looking just for fun, I'll just, you know, make it easier for you. You can leave now. And don't be afraid to lose those people, because if you lose them because of that, they were never supposed to be in your life. And one of my clients said that a guy who was dating her for 2 weeks, he was taking her out, buying her everything, you know, impressing her, being nice to her, texting and calling. And then after 2 weeks, he was trying to get physical intimacy. And she said, no, she said, I'm not ready. They spoke about it. And he said, I understand. You need to get to know me. She said, yeah, I need time. I'm not ready right now. We don't know each other that well. We had like 2-3 dates in you know, due course of 2 weeks. And he said, I completely understand. And he left, and next morning he disappeared. He never texted her again. He never called her again. And she was devastated. She said, I wish I would, you know, say yes. I said, don't you realize that if you would say yes, he would still leave? because that's all that he was looking for. Don't you get it? And then she said, oh my God, I never thought about it. I said, do you really think that if you would give it, he would stick around? No, obviously he was not interested in you. Because when you said that that's not in the menu right now, he disappeared. Like literally, this person disappeared from her life. Never text, never call, never. And has been 3-4 months ago that she told me this, and she never heard from him again. That shows he clearly wasn't interested in her in that way. He was not trying to get to know her. So that man ran for 2 weeks, tried to impress her, but when he didn't get it, okay, fine, I'll go and get another girl. I'm a rich, handsome guy, I have a good car, I have a good business. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, you will always find a cheap girl who will give it up. You will always. I told you there will always be cheap women. You need to understand, as a woman, as a valuable woman, that's why I always greet you, my valuable friend. You're not just a person, you are valuable. I greet with this greeting on purpose. It's not that I have nothing to do, I chose this word. I chose that word on purpose by every video telling that you are valuable. So know your worth, know your value. Maybe gather yourself up and start dating with a purpose. Start negotiating your own standards. Put your own boundaries. Do not forget that you are the woman, you have the power, you have the choice. So start saying no to men who do not deserve you. So let's summarize one more time why you shouldn't have intimacy with the people that are not in committed relationship with you, who are not engaged with you, and who are not married with you. In ideal world, of course, it's best to meet somebody, get to know them, they court you, you get to know the families, you get married, and then sometimes you can do that in engagement stages as well. But if you don't want to wait at all, then at least have committed relationship that lasts for a few months before you do that. And you say, I cannot wait a few months. Okay, fine, it is up to you. You can do it on a first date, on a first week, on a first month. It is up to you. But clearly it is not working. That's why you're watching this video. So maybe consider to wait a little bit, because that is always a good idea. Waiting on intimacy, it is always going to benefit you. Don't rush into things, because then you are not able to think clearly. Get to know somebody at least for a few weeks. At least make him invest in you. Then you can consider something. But the best idea, of course, is to not rush. So let's summarize. First of all, why you shouldn't be intimate with a person that you don't know and who is not committed and invested in you is because it is so simple. Intimacy always needs to be deserved. Is a prize, is a gift given to you when you're created. So make sure that you are charging accordingly. You are charging not only financially, but the time, effort needs to be invested in you. And people need to understand this. Second of all, avoid false empowerment. When you lie to yourself and you say, but I have needs, like physical needs, I'll tell you, take care of your real physical needs. A shelter, food, money, protection, and providing. That is your real physical need as a woman. That all is the truth. Not just being intimate with a man. And third of all, start dating with a purpose. Start choosing healthy, safe men who want to court you, who are not rushing you to be intimate with them. Start dating real men. Start asking them questions. Start putting your boundaries. Start raising your standards, and you will see, I guarantee you, if you do 1 or 2 or all 3 steps in a next month's practice, and you will see what type of men you are attracting. You will see that your life will change. You will see that I was right. My point is here to be helpful for you, and for you to just try and experiment with these tips will benefit you. I'm here, to open your eyes. And clearly, if something was not working in the past, it's time to try something new. So thank you very much for watching. I wish you to gather yourself, raise your standards, it's about the time, and take care of your intimate life. And know that not everybody deserves to touch you and kiss you. Not everybody deserves access to you, because you are valuable. You are worthy. You're only one and unique, and you deserve the best. You deserve the best. Always you deserve the best. And lastly, I just want to remind you Don't forget to smile today and enjoy your life.